I actually have a pair of glasses here for that exact thing. As you can see, here. Let me put my hand behind it like I'm a model. Um, it even has the lovely blue filter, so when you push it up on the bridge of your nose, you get that really cool anime sheer before you go ha ha ha. So yeah, I'll take your soul for them, please.
Oh god. So, Tim, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. So, hi everyone. Welcome to the community stream. My name is Tim, otherwise OTC in the channel. I am a 31-year-old queer gamer and moderator, obviously. I live here on the East Coast in Maryland, and gosh, what do I say? I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. I'm a lead optician as far as my career, so I work with glasses all day, every day. When I'm not working all the time, I am typically playing video games like Animal Crossing, Dead by Daylight with Grimm's wife, Adia. Shout out to Adia, love you. Um, and playing a lot of RPGs and just good leisurely reading. Most recently, another Mods book, AJ Gala, uh, with Wish and Mercy. So
Fuck it. Sorry.
he's too excited.
Something. He's something. Sorry, I didn't keep doing your thing.
Okay. It's okay. Other than that, my pronouns are he, him, and yeah, you can call me Tim or Mr. Tim or hey dude. I answer to pretty much everything.
I mentioned the name thing earlier, how OhhTC is your alter ego. So, like, what is the? I've always been curious about this too, and I actually don't know. So, like, I'm asking you something I don't know the answer to either. So this is really exciting. But what is the? What's the meaning behind the handle that you chose?
So I get asked this all the time, actually, and apparently it's closely related to another video game or anime that I'm not familiar with. So I promise I'm not copying from anything, at least intentionally. Um, so TC takes my initials towards the end of that, and I always thought it was funny because to me it was a mixture of being like, "Oh, TC," so you're saying my name a little bit more provocatively, especially when you come in on streams. There's nothing like someone going, OTC. I'm like, yeah, hype me. Um, but I also thought it was funny because it's a good mixture of a medical term like OTC, like over the counter. And
Yeah.
although not appropriate, my brain was like, hey, at the time, like I'm high anxiety and on pills. Let's mix them.
Hello, skeleton. How are you today?
This is an 18+ stream, so we're good.
Yeah. Yeah, we're good. It's a good story. Well, yeah. See, I always took it as kind of like just a long version of over the counter, but I was like, surely
And
there's more to it than that, and I just literally like never thought to ask because.
But now, anytime you read my name, you're gonna think like, I need to take my medicine, and you're welcome.
Oh yeah. So, for work, you said you're a lead optician. So what does that mean? What makes you a lead over the other opticians?
So I definitely Highlandered myself because there could only be one. So I actually murdered all of my staff and absorbed their powers. No,
That's
it's
the
a
way to do
mixture
it.
of. It's the only way to do it. I
Yeah,
mean, if you want
yeah.
it done right, you might as well bury your staff.
That's how they do
Um,
it in a fantasy book. I mean, so you're just like, you know.
and my life fantasy is so lit that. No. um, lead optician is just a fancy way of saying that I'm a form of manager, if you would. So I'm not like the biggest dog in the company, which I still appreciate because I'm not buried with too much responsibility, but I oversee a smaller staff, and make sure basically everything is great with your glasses. So if you or anyone here in the chat ever needs glasses or has questions about glasses and contacts, I'm basically the one to go to. I fit the glasses to your face. I take all appropriate sizing measurements. I verify insurance. A lot of more math and technically related things outside of just saying like, here you go, to make sure that you are seeing perfectly. And I didn't realize I would find a passion in glasses, but it definitely shows now with the sheer number that I own. So it's fun work. It can be strenuous at times because of COVID right now, but I wouldn't change what I do for the world.
So well, Dakota perked up when they heard arson, or when they heard murder and mentioned arson. So I think you got it.
Yeah.
You hit a
if
good
you
spot
commit
there.
arson, you get a 6-month supply of contact lenses for free.
Nice. So. And then Ari asked, what made you want to work with glasses?
Ooh, great question, Ari. Hi, by the way. I initially didn't want anything to do with glasses. I have always kind of followed in the footsteps of my family's career choices. So a fun background with me, I have probably held at least 8 different jobs in my life, from selling cars to doing insurances. My mother is still a banker, so I was a banker for about 3 years, worked in credit unions. And I eventually, unfortunately, get very stagnant with my career. When I feel like I'm not learning or doing something new, I become very impulsive. And my oldest sister at the time, Tracy, if she's here, shout out to Tracy if she's lurking, ultimately was like, hey, why don't you join the optical career? And I'm like, all right, you know what there's not really anything you can really do with glasses, I thought. And I ended up studying textbooks for the first 2 weeks when I joined my first career with it. And when I realized how much went into the profession itself and how important it went as far as like making sure everyone's eyes were healthy, and it was more than just like giving somebody glasses on a platter, so to speak, I got hooked. And now I own like 23 odd pairs and 8 sunglasses, and I change them to match my outfits. It's exciting.
I mean, that's how people are with shoes, so why not also do it with glasses?
Right. And especially with COVID right now, like the first thing people are seeing, in some states I should say, is your face and a mask. So now we just tell people to match their eyewear to their outfits. And
yeah.
I led by example.
All about accessorizing. All about accessorizing.
It's not 2021 if your glasses don't match your mask.
Can I get a pair of glasses to summon a persona?
Yes.
I'll let you take that one, Tim.
Christian, I actually have a pair of glasses here for that exact thing. As you can see, it's here. Let me put my hand behind it like I'm a model. It even has the lovely blue filter, so when you push it up on the bridge of your nose, you get that really cool anime sheer before you go, ha ha ha. So, yeah. I'll take your soul for them, please.
Oh, God. I also have a
That's a sound command, by the way.
I have a weird subconscious eye phobia that comes out all of a sudden, and then I faint mid-exam. Jesus, April.
Ooh. How you handle exams is how I handle Michael Myers. So, I mean, I respect it. Gosh, I can't even imagine what that would be like. Like, I know plenty of people who are terrified. Like, if you've ever had to go in for an eye exam and you get the glaucoma screening, not screaming. You might scream, though. When they put the little puff of air on your eye.
Oh, God.
That causes a lot of anxiety for people. Fortunately, I work in private practice, so we have invested in more advanced technology. So you actually don't have that little puff of air from the machine. It's really nice, and hopefully will not make you pass out. So just come see me, and I've got you.
eye puff is the thing that I was preparing myself for, but it turns out my place does something totally different. What do they... The eye puff thing sounds super uncomfortable. I don't know that they did that when I got my exam done, but oof.
Yeah, I was always the guinea pig when we had new hires and when I first joined the optical career. So I had to sit in front of this little machine. They make you look at a green light, and they essentially move it super close to your eye. And right when you think the machine's about to hit you, it blows air into your eye. It's like a little shotgun of air, and it's just to check for glaucoma. But I don't know a single person who does the test well. And now after about 2 years, I can just sit there like with my eye wide, like not blinking, and I'm like, hit it. So that's a fun thing I can do now. So I can always pass your glaucoma test if you ever need it done.